Hi everyone, in this video I will show you some 3-4 point Joseki. Of course in the dictionary you will find thousands of Joseki for this position, but I will cover only the main variations. So basically white has two types of approach: high approach, low approach. The high approach was very popular until the computer Go, and now this is preferred, but you have to know both of them to learn some basic and good shape. When white approach is like this, black can attach, and we are going to see the most famous of all Joseki. When black plays here, never cut like this. This is usually a bad idea. It's not easy to make some refutation, but this is bad shape anyway. So prefer this type of move when they attach at your stones. This is Hane, black draws back, white cover, and black happily makes some extension. If black doesn't do that extension, white plays here, and this is an annoying move because, as you may see, black has territory in the corner, of course, but it's very low, and this is influence that is very much important for white. So in this position, white is locally better. Okay, so never play like this. Always extend, and white extend the other way. You may say that this is a bad pattern for white, but it's not. It's true that this is the guaranteed territory for black, and this is the guaranteed, more or less, territory for white. This is at least 15 points territory. This is 7-point territory. Why it is pattern? This is pattern because white can play this direction and keep black low, and this formation leans toward the center, while this shape can only be developed in this direction, with the correct play, of course. So in this position, white can choose another variation, which is called avalanche, nadare in Japanese. This move is forced, hane, and now the simplest one is this: simply cover, extend to avoid bad shape, like this. This is very bad shape, and black extend too to get some breathing space, and this fix the shape. It's important to learn this shape because if you don't cover and you play tanuki, black can play this move or this move that are pretty annoying. So let's avoid this, please. Okay. When there is a high approach, you can make some pincer to avoid white settling in the corner, but simply anytime you get pincered, you simply jump out into the center. This is the simplest answer. Black tries to keep some territory, but white attaches. Black hanes, as we learned in the previous Joseki, almost never play this move. So hane, draw back, and now this is the simplest variation. Black extend this way, and white attacks this lone stone pincer. This is very important to remember. If you build a wall like this, now your purpose is to attack this, because black has shaken some territory in this area. So you must attack to keep this wall justified. Okay. High approach, you can play this steady variation. This is very simple. The Joseki is very well known. As usual, when you attach, you have to hane and never cut. Draw back, and now two variation. The simplest one is this. This fixes the shape, so black is completely shaker. This is another extension the other way. So white has some base, and now black can play elsewhere, so has Sente. If black doesn't want Sente but wants territory, he may play this variation. White calmly extend, and black extend too. This is Gote for black, but now the position is Sente for white, so white can play the move wherever he wants. Okay. High approach, low pincer. Same idea. You simply cut the two stones and you play. There is nothing more than that, because remembering all the variation, it's really, really hard. In this position, you may have a low approach, no problem. This is the steady approach we just saw. So white attaches, it's an unusual variation. Of course, Hane, never cut. This is Hane, extend to avoid white playing there. White fix his shape because if he doesn't play that move, black will steal I's potential. So this move is essential to understand, because this is the main move of the variation, and black simply extend. So this is a good shape for white, and white now has Sente, can play wherever he wants. If white plays elsewhere, as I said so before, there is this Hane that and this Atari that is very important to learn. Okay. If white wants to play simple, no problem. Extend and make the base. If you make the base, you are almost never wrong. Play can develop this way. Of course, white is a little behind in territory, because this side is almost guaranteed territory for black. But now white has Sente, so he can play wherever he wants. In this position, black can also play some pincer, no problem. You separate this way, and then you can play whatever you want. And if if black plays this way, this is the normal move. This is the normal extension to avoid, as in the previous variation, this kind of attachment, which is very annoying. So black plays here, and now white has to extend this way if you want to fix this shape, but some computer like to play elsewhere. That's not easy, of course, because this stone can be weak, but it's another possibility for white. See you next video.